game, third place game of the championship bracket of the 51st annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. I'm Terry McVeigh. Seated next to me is longtime coach Jim Hall. Tonight's game will be the Malden Green Wave, the ninth seed or the 8th seed in the tournament. I'll take it back. 7th seed in the tournament. They came in with a record of 7-1. They're now at 9-2. They're coached by Robert Isons. They'll play the Puxico Indians, come in as a 12th seed. Puxico started out with upsets, defeating Dexter in the first round, then turned around and defeated the 4th seed, the Bloomfield Wildcats, 69-53. And then last night fell to the 1st seeded Hayti Indians, 58-55, in a very good game. Coach, I think we might have a contrast of styles. Malden will play a whole lot of people. They'll run up and down the floor. Puxico will only play 5 or 6 people, and they have to conserve themselves a little bit. Puxico shoots the ball real well. Malden defends the ball real well, and I think we might have a very good game. Malden played 2 hard games. Their first round game, they were tied with Kennett with about 30 seconds to go. They ended up winning that by 6. The next night they won right at the end of the game, a hard-fought game against Bernie, and then last night they ran into a real defensive juggernaut in Donovan, and Donovan won 48-30.
Well, I know Malden last year was a senior-dominated team, and I'm, in all honesty, unfamiliar with the team this year. This is Saturday night of the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. I've been out of town all week, just happened to walk into this, but I know that Malden has played well this week, and that they're basically a inexperienced team from the standpoint of varsity basketball, whereas Puxico has got 3 or 4 kids that played last year, and I'm real interested in watching Puxico play. Their coach, young man, played for me in high school, and I'm really interested in seeing the ball game tonight. That's the reason I really came up tonight to see the game, was to see Puxico play and see Josh Dowdy, who's a good friend of mine, played for me.
Starting lineups: Marvin Fields, number 3, a 5'8" senior. Chad Hudson has been a leading scorer most of the year for Malden, but hasn't done that much scoring here. Dick Perkins, who had a lot of playing time last year, will be a senior starter. Andy Matthews, a junior starter, and 35, Leonard Burton, who's been the leading scorer for Malden in this tournament. He's a 6'5" senior. Puxico is coached by Josh Dowdy and assisted by Dustin Benson. Jay Hahn, a nice shooting guard, 5'8" senior. John Smith's been the leading scorer, sophomore, 6'1" sophomore. He's been the leading scorer for Puxico in this tournament. Matt Allison is kind of the spark plug of the team. He runs the floor. It's 5'9" senior. Kerry McClure, 6'4" senior, with a nice three-point shot, and David Crane, another 6'3" senior. McClure and Crane have played big underneath, and will need to be doing that tonight because Malden has a 6'5" center in Burton. They also bring 6'8" Zach Payne off the bench at 6, and he's been getting a lot of minutes and playing well in this tournament.
I know the Puxico, I'm sure, is a pretty good three-point shooting team. They have been in the past, and we're getting ready to start here.
The officials for tonight's game are Bobby Godwin and Randy Winston, both from Poplar Bluff, and Mike Keeney from Van Buren, I believe.
He's originally from Van Buren. I think he lives in the Jackson area now. Malden's controlled the tip.
Chad Hudson with the ball out front. Coming into this tournament, Chad Hudson was their best scorer, but he's only had one game where he's had many looks and many points. But Leonard Burton's more than
that was a good penetration. Leonard Burton got the jumper in the lane. Malden starts the game with a 2-point lead. Good three-point shooter there.
Jay Hahn for 3, and he's
Jay Hahn last year was one of their usually starter or sometimes 6th man, but he's a good three-point shooter. You let him have a good look at the basket, and he's more than likely going to knock it down.
Last year, Puxico got into the semifinal rounds, and that kind of a surprise. And one of the reasons was a three-point shooting of Jay Hahn. Puxico has in backcourt. Malden's pressing. Perkins is giving pressure against Allison. Allison right side. He gets it out to John Smith, who's been the offensive catalyst for Puxico. He'll drive the lane. He'll also shoot three. He'll be at the free throw line a lot tonight.
I know they like his penetration. Talking to Coach Dowdy, they like his penetration. He played last year quite a bit off the bench on the varsity as a freshman in this tournament.
He creates offense for the team. Nice little reverse layup, good drive to the lane, just doesn't get it to fall. Perkins comes down the floor. Perkins is one of the only players on Malden that saw very much playing time last year on that excellent team, district championship team they had. Three-pointer by Marvin Fields, I'm sorry. Fields does not shoot very often, but when he does, he shoots well. That's a good little shot there. In fact, the fact that he squared up good and had a nice arch on the ball, and it looks like to me that he can shoot it. Well, he doesn't take many shots. He doesn't look for his shots. Against Kennett, he made three big shots in the fourth quarter, and against Bernie, I think about the only shot he took in the game was the shot that actually won the game for him. Puxico's going to have to stop the penetration. They're letting them penetrate in for the 12-foot jumper, and you can't let anybody do that all night. David Crane inside. Good pass from Hahn. Crane up on a high post and just slid the lane, got a good pass, got fouled. Fouls on Matthews, his first, team first. Crane to the line for two. First one good. As we said, Puxico's a good shooting team. Even the two big guys they have underneath shoot the ball pretty well. McClure especially. Well, as good as Jay Hahn was a three-point shooter last year, Chad Allen used to tell me that Kerry McClure was the best three-point shooter on the team. The first round game against Dexter, he stuck a couple of daggers in Dexter. He scored 9 points, hit 3 threes in the fourth quarter. Marvin Fields again with the three. Like I said, anybody that shoots it that good should be able to shoot a pretty good percentage. Good penetration there by Allison. Burton with the rebound. Fields brings the ball up the court. Perkins over to Burton or Hudson on the wing. Burton with a long turnaround jumper that rims out, but there's Perkins to clean it up. Nick Perkins with a nice put back on the weak side. Malden's come out to a 10-4 lead. Malden's pressuring the ball, mate. Good pickup by Smith. He walked, caught the ball, took an extra step. Okay. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
With a former All-State basketball player and a current school board member, the law firm of Welch, Todd & Parker supports high school athletics. Our firm is involved in all areas of the law, and your first consultation is free. The firm is comprised of attorneys John Welch, Darren Todd, and Cameron Bunning Parker, along with 4 staff members ready to serve you. Welch, Todd & Parker is located at 100 West Main in Malden. Come by or call us at 573-276-2261 for any of your legal needs.
How are you doing today?
Doing great and wonderful.
Hello and welcome to What's Cooking in Our House.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Hometown Shorts.
Todd, welcome to the show.
Bill, thank you very much.
Year, or this game tournament, so I'm not.
Okay, we're back. Malden with the ball. Chad Hudson has it out front to Matthews. Burton way outside. That's out of his range. Puxico's playing a man-to-man. Matthews from the free throw line puts it down. 12-4 lead. I don't think this is the pace Puxico needs to play. Last night's game against Tay, it started out with this type of pace. The score is 28-23 at the end of the first quarter. Puxico went back to his zone and pretty well controlled the tempo of the game, and it ended up a 58-55 game, or 55-52.
Off
the
the back rim, up straight up in the air, and McClure gets him a three.
Errant pass to Malden out of bounds.
Well, when you've only got basically a short bench like Puxico has, and you're only playing basically 6 guys, it's really difficult to play a real high, fast-paced game because against somebody that's got
Allison
his bench.
Gets around his man. That was gets around Collier for 2. Burton over the back. It's off McClure out of bounds. Coach, last night, after that fast first quarter, where, like I said, the score is 28-23, Coach Dowdy slowed the tempo of the game down and got his team to the free throw line. They played an offense that got them to the free throw line. Of course, allowed them to rest some, and it slowed the game some. He stayed that way until about the 5:30 mark of the fourth quarter. And when they were down by 9, they came out and they, in a pressure man-to-man, picked up the tempo and were able to come back and tie the game.
Matt Allison penetrated, shoot a jumper at the free throw line.
Hudson with a little back right behind his back. Collier. This is from the wing. Matthews is over McClure's back. McClure had good position on that. Matthews couldn't do anything but foul because he wasn't going to jump over him.
Matthews picks up his second personal foul, and that's the second team foul. There's only been 2 fouls called in the first quarter. We got 2:24 left in the quarter.
Marvin Fields pressuring Allison's backfield. McClure bringing it up, gets it over to Allison. Again, Malden's pushing the defense out. Crane underneath. Nice move, but the 6'8" Zach Payne altered the shot. He'll do a lot of that. I think Marvin Fields ought to shoot more.
What? Now, Terry, I just saw him shoot for the first time tonight, and he made that first one, and I said he ought to be shooting more, and he's 3 for 3.
I think that's about as many shots as he's taken this tournament. And he hadn't missed many.
That's right. There's a 3.
It's going to be short. Collier in the corner to run it down over to Hudson, who'll bring the ball up. Perkins would pull up from the wing, a little bit strong. Jay Hans, shortest guy. He's not the shortest guy because Fields is out there. Smith with a nice drive. He tries to get it to Crane. Crane wasn't looking for it. It's out of bounds to Malden. Sometimes you want him to take that shot instead of that extra pass.
Yeah, sometimes you can be too unselfish. He had a good idea, but he sort of faked his own man out. He's going for the rebound.
Marvin Fields brings the ball up.
Say, shoot, Marvin, shoot.
Hudson will shoot. Hudson this year has been their scorer. Malden's made 4 threes this quarter. And that's a 9-point lead with less than a minute to go. Hahn has the ball out front, being pressured by Perkins. Steal by Burton to Payne. Here comes Field. Malden's running. Field pulls up at the free throw line over the Perkins. Back out to Burton at the head of the key. A little too far out for him, but he'll take the turnaround at the free throw line, miss it. Perkins gets underneath and
little man inside took an extra step trying to get the pass to his bigger guy on the post. Call for a walk.
31.2 seconds left in the first quarter. We got a couple of substitutions in.
Yeah, Coach Dowdy going to try to give two of his starters an extra 30-minute breather here at the end of the quarter.
Travis Stewart and Don Donner have entered the game.
That's a block there on number 23, McClure, not called.
Allison moves across lane. Perkins is a good defender.
They got a lot of quickness. Coach Eisen does a nice job defensively. He's got quick kids.
Little long by Allison. Burton with the rebound. Long pass down the court. Marvin Fields with the shot. And after the end of the first quarter, Malden's pretty well controlled the tempo of this game. They've been successful in 4 3-pointers, and they lead 20-11. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
Well, everybody's got the same vehicles to sell. All we have to sell is service and reputation.
You seem to want to treat the customer the way you want to be treated.
They're going to be treated good. They're going to get good service. Going to get a good vehicle.
Taking care of the people after the sale. We feel like we're absolutely the best.
It's all a family, customers and the people who work here.
We have a good reputation with a lot of good people. I only have Allen, Christian, and Dexter.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful, historic downtown Dexter.
Visit or call Wallace & Owens Country Mart Bakery for all your special occasions. Steaks, chops, hams, and seafoods are just a few specialties you will find at Wallace & Owens Country Mart.
Morgan Furniture and Appliance has name brands such as Justice, Ashley, Cochran, Best Chair, Sealy, Whirlpool, and KitchenAid. That's Morgan Furniture and Appliance in downtown Dexter.
The Bunny Patch has formal wear for all occasions. Looking for prom, pageant, and bridal accessories, including shoes and jewelry? Shop the Bunny Patch, where you can also get tuxedo rentals.
A-Plus Medical Equipment of Dexter has the answers for you. Oxygen patients, are you unhappy with your service? There's no cost to switch, and generally, no doctor visit is required. Home delivery, friendly staff, and high-quality equipment is the A-Plus way. A-Plus delivers the best in customer service for Southeast Missouri. For all your care, we're always there. A-Plus Medical Equipment, located at 8 North Catalpa in Dexter. Call us toll-free at 888-624-0402.
Okay, we're back getting ready to start the second quarter here at the third place game of the 51st Bloomfield Tournament. Coach, what do you think about the first quarter of the Malden Puxico game with Malden up to 20?
Puxico's going to have to guard the three-point line. I can see that. Puxico is sinking back, trying to sink back in and stop penetration, and in so doing, they're allowing some real good looks at three-point line, and as of the first quarter, Malden knocked it down. You know, they made 4 3-pointers. They probably only shot 5 or 6 at the most, and so I would say that the first thing that's got to be done is they've got to guard the three-point line and see what happens from there. Malden's so quick though, they might be able to penetrate.
Of course, if they'd have scouted Malden, they sure wouldn't have been thinking that Marvin Fields is going to be taking some three-pointers because he hasn't done it all tournament. But he is a good shooter. Stewart and Donner remain in the game for Puxico. Hahn and McClure. And they got it. Little errant pass. He's expecting the player to flare out towards the corner, and he was breaking in. Chad Hudson will inbound for Malden. They were leading 20-11. Puxico still in the man-to-man, and little shuffle on the part of Hudson. Good defense on the part of John Smith.
John got out there and pressured the three-point line on that possession and caused a turnover. Puxico now has got to make their possessions count here early in the second quarter and get themselves back in the ball game. They're down 9 all kinds of time, but you do have to, very important that you make each possession a good one.
Well, it's very important on Puxico that John Smith has not scored. He had 26 in last night's game. Stewart to Donner. Smith with the ball for a three-pointer. Nice set shot three-pointer. Falls off. Stewart with the offensive rebound. He pulls it back out to set up the offense. Gets to McClure underneath to Smith. A short jumper from the corner over Zach Payne, and John Smith gets in the scoring column with his first 2 points. Cuts the lead to 7. Perkins out front into Burton. Turnaround in the lane. Rims out. Donner with the rebound. Allison brings the ball up the court. Donner in the corner. He drives the lane, tries to get it over to the 6'8" Payne. Payne doesn't let him do it. Payne with the rebound over to Fields. Fields out front to Collier, inside to Payne. He makes a post move, turnaround jumper. It's off. He's over, and Burton, I believe, is over the back with Donner. See who the foul's on. No, it was fouled on. It's called on Perkins. Be his first. Team fourth. Puxico has yet to commit a foul. Team third, excuse me. Puxico down by 7, but Stewart bringing the ball up the court. Over to Allison. Allison's going to handle the point most of the time for the Indians. Gills to the right off Collier. Stewart down to Crane on the high post. Allison in the corner, fake. Brings outside, jumper off the wing, doesn't go. Zach Payne with the rebound. Fields brings the ball down to the free throw line, out to Perkins on the wing, underneath the Burton. Perkins looks at the three-pointer, and they pull out, and Fields sets the offense. Perkins in the corner, Crane over, comes around Zach Payne.
Good defensive play by David Crane.
And Smith
tipped the ball away.
Gets it down, long shot, long three-pointer by Stewart, just off. Stewart, or Crane in for the rebound, get the offensive rebound to Smith. To Donner in the corner. Back out to Stewart. Allison sets it up to Smith. He's being guarded closely by Perkins. Perkins picks his pocket, but Smith gets it back to Stewart. Crane on the wing. There's Allison hustling. Smith with the offensive board, rejected by Zach Payne. Perkins will bring it back, and he'll pull it up. Gives it to Fields, it sets up Perkins for a three from the wing. It's no good. And Zach Payne, again, is over the back of David Crane. Crane had good position on that, and he's 6'3", and even though Payne's 6'8", if you have good position, he's probably going to foul it.
Puxico, like I thought they should do and would do, is they got out there and guarded the three-point line here the first 3.5 minutes of this quarter. And Malden's had one fairly good look at a three, but they haven't made one.
We're at the 4:30 mark of the first quarter. There's only been 2 points scored, and that by Puxico. Hudson drives the lane. He can't get it to go. Perkins got the offensive rebound, was getting ready to put it back up, and was fouled by Allison.
That's the first team foul on Puxico, and when you're only playing 6 or 7 guys, and you can go to the 4:20 mark of the second quarter without a team foul, you've done yourself good.
That's a plus, and that was a good foul because it's going to make him earn 2 points.
That's exactly right.
And the way he fouled him, he wasn't going to get the ball to the back, up to the rim. Makes the first of 2, and the second. Gets back to the Malden 9-point lead that they had at the end of the first quarter. Hahn back in the game for Puxico, replacing Donner. Allison Smith splits the defense. Stewart from the baseline. A nice feed by Smith, a nice finish by Stewart. Errant pass inside, picked off by Crane. Puxico is running down the floor. Smith on the wing. Back to Allison to set up the offense. Smith with the jumper just inside the 3. It's long. Allison with the rebound. Not Allison, Matthews. Hudson underneath to Collins was in the game.
D. Collier.
D. Collier
with his first basket.
Puts the lead back to 9. Travis Stewart in the wing to Smith. He tries to get underneath the Crane, but
David Crane wide open. The pass got blocked.
Matthews turnaround by Collins. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
I believe the foul's going to be on
Allison. His second, team second. Timeout with Puxico, full timeout. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
What if sports were much more than just a game? And there was more at stake than just the score? What if it were possible to see the world impacted for Jesus Christ through the influence of athletes and coaches?
Hi, my name is Bill Ray. I'm the area representative for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in Southeast Missouri. If you'd like to see athletes and coaches striving to win, doing it God's way, call me at 280-0932 or go to fca.org and put in your zip code. FCA, the heart and soul in sports.
Glenn St. Ford on Highway 49 North in Paragould is your Ford Mercury dealer. Glenn St. in Paragould has great deals every day on all Ford and Mercury vehicles. We also have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles around. Glenn St. in Paragould has an outstanding service department with some of the top technicians in the country. We're located on Highway 49 North in Paragould. Glenn St. Ford, where our price and friendliness bring you here and our service bring you back.
Coach, I think Puxico is listening to you. Malden hit them hard with 3-pointers in the first quarter, but Puxico's come out and guarded the 3-point play.
Well, the other thing is, as I mentioned, Puxico had to make every possession count here in the second quarter. They've only scored 4 points, and they've had numerous turnovers. I'm not sure how many, but they've had several turnovers. They've had 2 or 3 situations where the man would be wide open if the pass got to him, but the pass gets deflected before it gets to him. So Puxico has only scored 2 baskets here in this quarter, and if they could have got their offense going here and hadn't had the turnovers, defensively they've done well the second quarter. They just haven't been able to score. In fact, I think it's a 4-4 game.
4-4 game in this quarter.
In the second quarter. So Puxico's got to get the possessions. They got to continue to play good defense and make every possession count.
Cody Collins, 6'1" senior, to the line. He rolls in the first. Second one short. Hudson.
No block out.
No
just
block
about
out
gave up another basket.
Hudson was short on the putback. Allison breaks it out.
Terrible pass.
Malden now trapping. Eric Williams in the game. And Malden took advantage
awful nice pass there for the basket. Great assist. Chad Hudson gets the basket.
Malden's up to 12. Malden now has a 12-point lead. Hahn gets trapped in the corner. No place to go. He splits the defenders. Back out to Hahn. Malden's gone out, and a blocking foul on Cody Collins. Smith was going hard to the basket. Blocking foul on Cody Collins to be his first. Malden's 5th. Puxico ball out of bounds with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in the first half. It's been a fast-paced first half. Very few stoppages.
When you have a few fouls called, it goes a lot faster.
It goes smooth. Eric Williams just in the game, the 5'9" junior, puts up a three that's off. McClure gets the offensive rebound but couldn't save it in. Perkins brings the ball back for Malden. He tries to get by Allison. Allison had a little grab, and that's his third foul, and that's not good.
That's tough. That's a tough call there.
That was a tough call.
It's a tough call for Allison. His third foul. Got all three of the fouls for Puxico this half.
Perkins takes advantage.
He walked on the baseline.
He got on the baseline. Was trying to look for a man breaking down to feed it to, and drug his foot. Smith will take the ball down the floor. Allison's taking a seat. He'll set the rest of the half with 3 fouls. A dangerous pass out of the corner. Nick Perkins.
They're making.
When you're 5'9" and you get down in the corner, you're going to have trouble. You get down the corner with 2 guys on you, you're going to have trouble.
Well, they're taking the ball to the wrong. They got the ball in the wrong spots. They're picking it up. They're passing it, picking it up in the corner, front court. And they're getting in the corner. The worst place you can have the ball is any of the 4 corners in your front court, because you've only got 2 guys trapping. You got two lines guarding you. Also,
you got 4 defenders.
You got 4 defenders, and then they're making weak lob passes out of the. There's my man. There's my man.
Marvin Fields. He's made 4 3-pointers in this half. It's a 17-point lead for Malden. Foul underneath. I think they call on 35 Burton, his first, team 6th. Puxico will have it out of bounds. Zach Payne in the game for Collins.
Puxico needs two baskets here in the last 59 seconds to have a little feel good going into the locker room at halftime. There's a good 3 if that goes in.
Rattles at home.
That's exactly what they need.
That's his second 3 of the game.
Now they need a steal.
Hudson, the long 3 by Hudson.
They need a rebound.
It was off of Smith and out of bounds. That probably wasn't the shot Coach Ison wanted his player to take. It was about the NBA range 3 with 45 seconds left. You got a 14-point lead.
The Puxico can get at least one more possession.
There's Marvin.
Marvin finally missed.
Marvin must be getting tired.
If Puxico can get a good possession here, make a basket.
Smith with a good drive, kick out to Stewart. Dangerous pass to Hahn. Eric Williams over to Stewart, and he throws it behind Smith and picked off by Hudson. Hudson will take it down. 20 seconds left. Hudson underneath. Perkins gathers it. Layup. That was a dangerous pass, but it got through to Perkins, and he scores 2. He has 8 in the game. It's a 16-point lead. 6 seconds left. Smith to Hahn. McClure just inside 3 points. It's long. At the end of the first half, in the third place game of the 51st Bloomfield tournament, scores the 7th seeded Malden Green Wave 34, the 12th seed Puxico Indians 18. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
$30,000. Do I hear 40? $40,000. Do I hear 50? 50,000. I have 50,000. Going once, twice. Sold to the gentleman in the center.
Hi.
Moving on. This is a 19th.
Okay. I want to go ahead and sell it now.
Sell what?
That thing I bought.
Constantly buying and selling stocks doesn't make much sense either. That's why Edward Jones recommends investment strategies that have proven themselves over the long term. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Technology makes everything easier, especially banking. At First National Bank, we use the latest technology to make banking with us more convenient, like online banking at www.onefnb.com. And online bill pay, always free of added fees at First National Bank. There is even a savings account created exclusively for online banking. The new higher earning e-savings account. It just goes to show how the right bank can make your life better. First National Bank.
We're getting ready to watch the halftime show by the Malden cheerleaders. The cheerleaders are Misty Galladay and Angelica Hamilton, Jamaica Robinson, Latrilia McCoy, Ashley Wallace, Cassidy Maddox, Krista Herbst, Scarlett Deacons, Alyssa Wallace, Anna Johnson, Jessica Burton, Alexa Kilgore, Logan No, Taylor Shelton, Quantez Jones. Their sponsor is Chastity Baker. And enjoy this halftime show by the Malden Green Wave cheerleaders. We're here, but we're back at halftime at the third place game of the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament, with the Malden Green Wave leading the Puxico Indians 34-18. Can you give us a recap of the scores, Coach?
Okay, for Puxico, they had 34 points first half. They were led by Marvin Fields, who had 4 threes for 12 points. Chad Hudson had 5. D. Collier had 2. Cody Collins had 1. Nick Perkins, I think one of their main scorers, had 8. Andy Matthews 4. And Leonard Burton had 2 for a total of 34. For Puxico, they scored 11 in the first quarter and 7 in the second quarter. They were led by Kerry McClure, who had 2 threes for 6 points. Matt Allison had 4 points. Jay Hahn had 1 3 for 3 points. Travis Stewart, 2 points. John Smith, 2 points. And David Crane, 1 point. Now, I think that you look at the scoring, Puxico with only 18 points at the half. David Crane only got 1 point, which is certainly not what they were expecting of him. And John Smith only had 2 points, obviously not what they were expecting of him. And that's the big thing, is that Puxico has not been able to complete their offensive sets. They haven't been able to they haven't had a whole lot of good shots. They've had several turnovers. They've had several potential situations that if they could have got that finalizing pass to the man, they'd had a good shot. They just haven't been able to do so. They finished the half. McClure hit a 3, and then they had another chance for another 2. They didn't miss, but then they turned around and let Malden get the last basket of the other half. So we're going to get ready to start the second half with a score of 34-18. Puxico again has got to intensify their defense. They can't afford to give Malden good looks from the three-point line. They've got to stop dribble penetration. And then on the other side, they've got to start getting good looks at the basket, and they got to start knocking it down.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college or career classes. Three Rivers affordable tuition
means Pell Grants go further.
I can use A+.
I got a scholarship.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter. At Trinkets and Treasures, you will find a unique shop featuring charming antiques, gifts, and collectibles.
Customers come first at First Midwest Bank, located at 20 West Stoddard. Phone 624-3571. First Midwest Bank, chartered in 1963 and still locally owned and operated.
Whether redecorating or registering for your wedding, discover beautiful home decor at Decor.
To the zone. They're gone to the zone. And
Chad Hudson, this is from the wing, and Crane with the rebound. Puxico did that last night against Tay-Tai. They did it earlier in the game. And a timeout by the official. Looks like Dick Perkins might be going to the bench. They're attending to him. I don't know what happened. D. Collier's coming in for him.
They're looking at his face as like he might have got some kind of a blow or to the face, or
he's covering his mouth and might have some bleeding. John Smith.
That's what Puxico's got to do right there.
That's exactly what they got to do. John Smith drives the lane. He's going to end one. Fouls on Chad Hudson, his first team foul.
Take it to the hole.
They're going to have to do that. Of course, try to score points on the layups and also to get to the line. That's how they got back in last night against Tay-Tai. Underneath Burton, and he makes it easy.
They can't send two guys out to cover the corner and expect to cover the low block.
Especially an athletic player like Burton. Allison to Hahn, back out to Allison. Malden's back in the man-to-man. They get it underneath to Crane, who gets back in good position and posts up on Matthews and scores the layup. Puxico's out on looks like a 1-2-2, and that bothers Malden. Interception, but Crane, that pass didn't have a chance. Diagonal pass across his own press. That doesn't.
You like to see those when you're on defense.
Sure do. You like to see them coming at you. Collier slapped the ball, got it back to Allison. Allison dribbled it on the sideline. This is where Puxico is going to have to get back in the game. The first 3 minutes here of the second half, and they're trying to do that with the pressure defense.
Now what we're talking about at halftime. This is where you can expend energy. Here in the third quarter, you can expend energy and on the fourth night not have anything in the fourth quarter. But they've got to do this to get back in the game.
Smith on a strong drive. Good out pass by Crane. Timeout, Malden. John Smith has scored 5 in the quarter. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
Glen St. Motors has 2 great locations, Rector, Arkansas and Kennett, Missouri. Glen St. Motor in Rector has all makes, models of GMC Yukon, Sierra trucks, and Acadias. Glen St. Motors in Kennett has Chevrolet, Cadillac, Pontiac, Buick, and GMC trucks. Glen St. Motors located on Highway 49 North in Rector and 1607 Independence in Kennett. Glen St. Motors, where friends bring you here and service brings you back.
A-Plus Medical Equipment of Dexter has the answers for you. Oxygen patients, are you unhappy with your service? There's no cost to switch, and generally, no doctor visit is required. Home delivery, friendly staff, and high-quality equipment is the A-Plus way. A-Plus delivers the best in customer service for Southeast Missouri. For all your care, we're always there. A-Plus Medical Equipment, located at 8 North Catalpa in Dexter. Call us toll-free at 888-624-0402.
Well, Coach Puxico's come out. They're pressuring the ball. They're as you said, they're expending the energy, but they're going to have to do that here in the first part of the third quarter to get in. They went in with a 16-point deficit. They got it down to 9.
They got to do that.
Or got it down to 11, any.
The big thing right now in this quarter so far that they didn't do the first half, they're running a motion offense against the man-to-man of Malden, but they spent the whole first half basically with a lot of motion and a lot of passing, but it was all on the perimeter. Here, they come out this half and they're taking the ball to the hole. You got to dribble, penetrate against a man-to-man. You got to penetrate, take it if you got it, and pitch to the open man if they collapse on you. You can't do anything against a man-to-man passing the ball on the perimeter.
Perkins to Marvin Fields. He pulls out over to Burton, or Hudson. Tip to Smith over to Perkins, stripped by Allison. Hudson recovers. Hudson Fields, he'll shoot the 3. That one's long. But Perkins comes out with it over Donner. Looking for Burton inside. That zone's collapsing on Burton. They're not going to give him anything easy inside. Perkins just inside the 3, and it's 2. Nick Perkins with 10 points in the game. His first 2 of the second half. Allison with the dangerous pass, but Smith gathers in a 3 for McClure off the skip pass. Up to Hudson. McClure with the block. They're calling for the foul.
McClure thought he got a clean block. The official didn't think he did. Chad Hudson going to the line to shoot 2.
And for a minute there, I thought they might have been one situation. It was a clean block, but they called the foul on the underneath man, but they called the foul on McClure. Hudson misses the first. That's his first trip to the line. Makes the second. Cross-court pass. Hudson just steps in the lane, gathers it in. Perkins with the layup off the feed from Fields. His 4th point of the quarter, 12th of the game, and it's back up to the original 16-point lead. Donner at the free throw line, back out to Smith on the wing to McClure. Smith drives the baseline to pull up. It's short. He might have been bothered by Burton on that shot. Marvin Fields from the corner. He's lost his touch. Hudson with the rebound. Perkins just inside the 3-point line. It's off. But Hudson with the rebound. He runs in the field and dribbles it out of bounds.
I think Marvin may be just a first half shooter.
I think he must be.
He's a first half shooter.
Allison brings the ball down. Malden's going to pick up at half court. Looks like a 1-2-2. Trying to trap. Cross court to Allison underneath the Donner. He tries to go up against Burton. It's stripped. Don't know if they're calling the foul or calling it out of bounds.
He's calling it on the line.
Okay.
Puxico's ball. Malden was on the line.
Zach Payne in the game for Burton for Malden. Smith out front. He's going to try to create some offense. Over to McClure. 3-pointer wasn't there. Posting up Crane against Payne, and Payne sends it back. Hudson, nice pass.
Good pass
to Perkins. Perkins running the court. Nice cross-court pass. I guess Perkins 16 for the game, and Malden's up by 18, their biggest lead. McClure for 3. It's a little long. It's off of Perkins, out of bounds. Be Puxico's ball under their basket. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV. It's Puxico's ball out of bounds. 3:38 left in the third quarter. They're down by 18.
You know, Coach Ison early in the quarter there when Puxico started taking everything to the hole against his man, went to the zone and just completely shut off Puxico.
Errant inbound pass intercepted by Marvin Fields. He only gets 2 for that one. It's his first 2-point bucket, but his 14th point of the game. Feed into Crane, or McClure with Crane from the baseline. Breaks the scoring drought by Puxico.
Good pass out from McClure to Crane on wide open on the baseline.
Zach Payne playing the high post to Hudson underneath the Perkins, and Perkins couldn't handle it. It's out of bounds. Puxico's ball under their, they'll take it in under their basket, or the Malden's basket. Jay Hom will bring the ball down the court. Eric Williams in the game for Puxico. Gets over in the corner, not in a good position. Now Hans works it out, gets it out to Williams on the point. Williams in trouble. He breaks the defense. It looks like he's fouled by Cody Collins. It'd be his second foul. Second team foul on Malden. Burton back in the game in place of Matthews. So Malden has both of their big men in, the 6'5" Burton and the 6'8" Payne. McClure takes a seat for Puxico. Smith back in the game. He's trying to split the zone, and got it right into the teeth of the big man, and they sent it back to him.
Malden's gone to that 1-2-2 and done a little double teaming out of it, pressuring the ball, and Puxico just hadn't had any success.
Yeah, they haven't been able to find any seams in it and create any holes. Chad Hudson to Zach Payne. He turns around and he's fouled by David Crane. Crane's first. We'll send Zach Payne to the line. He doesn't have any points. He'll go to the line for the first time. 18-point Malden lead with 2:06 left in the third quarter. Malden has 46 now. That's 16 more than they scored the entire game last night against Donovan. Donovan's a very quick, very good defensive team. Payne's 1 for 2. Puxico will come down the floor. Donovan will be in the championship game tonight. They played the first-seeded Hayti Indians. It ought to be a very good game. Nice rebound underneath by John Smith, and as he puts it back in.
That's an excellent play on John's part.
He has 7 in the quarter, 9 in the game. Burton from way outside, and then that's not his shot. His shot would have been about 3 feet shorter.
At least.
Yeah, because that's how short that shot was from the rim. You need to be in about 3 feet.
Coach Ison thinks he needed to be in about 10 feet. He didn't particularly like the shot.
I think Coach Ison wants Burton to be in the 5 to 6 foot range, and he's very effective in the 5 to 6 foot range. Ball's off of Malden's Collins out of bounds. Allison will inbound for Puxico.
Again, it's very important that Puxico get a couple of buckets here in the last minute. Have a little momentum going into the fourth quarter. They got to get it down.
And the little guy, Marvin Fields,
they're not
steals
even
the ball.
attacking the basket.
Yeah, they're passing. They're just doing horizontal passes out 20 feet from the basket. Tyler Woolard in the game, the 5'8" freshman for Puxico. Crane with a good rebound, puts it back up. Burton fouls him. Lee Burton's second foul. Send Crane to the line for the first time. He has 5 points in the game. That looks like a tired shooter.
Yes, it does.
And they have good reason to be tired.
These kids have expended a lot of energy in the 4 nights. They've come 12-seeded team playing for the 3rd and 4th place.
And they've had an excellent tournament. They, of course, they won their first 2 games and won them by pretty good margins. And last night against Hayti, the top-seeded Hayti, they got behind and came back with a furious rally in the 4th quarter and almost pulled that one out. So they've had a lot of tough games. They've expended a lot of energy out in this game. 45 was in the game. Ryan Kane was in the game for Malden. Looks like both coaches are getting some players some time. It's 48-30 at the end of the 3rd quarter. The Malden Green Wave leading the Puxico Indians.
He's called a technical foul, I think, on the Puxico coach there at the end of the quarter.
I'm guessing here's. Okay, I thought maybe I didn't see number 4 in the scorebook, so I don't know if that was it. Or I think he just called it on him for not really disagreeing with the calls.
I don't know if he called a technical or not. It looked like he called a technical, but maybe he didn't.
We'll find out real soon. No, it looks like he did because they're finding out who's shooting. Coach Sokoloff is asking who's going to be doing the shooting. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
Single white female, enjoy shopping, long walks, and cuddling. Will you marry me?
Investing with someone you've never met doesn't make much sense either. That's why Edward Jones opens offices in our clients' neighborhoods, so you can get investment advice from someone you actually know. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Technology makes everything easier, especially banking. At First National Bank, we use the latest technology to make banking with us more convenient, like online banking at www.onefnb.com. And online bill pay, always free of added fees at First National Bank. There is even a savings account created exclusively for online banking, the new higher earning e-savings account. It just goes to show how the right bank can make your life better. First National Bank.
There was a technical foul called on the Puxico bench between the quarters, and we'll start the 4th quarter with Chad Hudson shooting 2 shots on the technical. First and short. Hudson has 6 points on the night. Been a disappointing scoring tournament for Hudson. Makes the second. He's played very well, but he hasn't scored like he had been doing for the prior to this tournament. But of course, nobody expected him to be doing anything prior to the season, and when a guy starts out scoring like that, well, the other coaches are scouting these guys,
right.
and they set up their defenses to stop him. Puxico's trying to pressure the ball, and they almost come up with the steal. One official calls it Malden's ball, the other Puxico's ball, and it's going to be Puxico's ball. They trail 49-30, 7:40 left in the game. They're going to have to attack the basket, and there goes Smith out to the wing. McClure's not looking to shoot. Smith around the free throw line to Klein on the corner out to Hahn. Hahn's looking to shoot. He knows they're going to have to do something. Burton with the rebound. Hudson with a nice baseline move. And he scores 2.
You can see why Hudson can score some points. He got a nice soft shot. Takes the ball to the hole. Malden quickness has sort of, dominated. Their quickness on defense has dominated this game.
McClure with a nice rebound and put back. Gives him 8 for the game. He had 2 threes in the first half. McClure with the block of the Ryan Kane shot.
Good defense by Carey. Nice block in the middle. Puxico got the ball.
They're down by 19. They're going to have to make something happen. Malden still out in the 1-2-2 half-court trap. Out to Allison, into Smith. He's going to have to move in, and he goes around, leans around Payne, puts the ball in. He now has 11 in the game. 17-point deficit. Puxico is going to leave everything they have out on the court. Steal by Crane underneath. Smith brings the ball up the court. He'll feed to Allison. Allison for 3. He wasn't set, but Crane follows toward. McClure gets it under the Crane and one. Good hustle on the part of both Kerry McClure and David Crane. Crane kept the ball alive, got it over to McClure. McClure gets it back down to Crane.
Those two guys play well together. They did last year. They look for each other and get the ball to both of them. Neither one of them are, they both are unselfish. That was a nice pass by Carey.
And he rolls, and Crane rolls it and gets the good roll. Foul was on Marvin Fields, his first. There's timeout on the court. Score is 51-37 in favor of Malden over Puxico. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
What if sports were much more than just a game? And there was more at stake than just the score? What if it were possible to see the world impacted for Jesus Christ through the influence of athletes and coaches?
Hi, my name is Bill Ray. I'm the area representative for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in Southeast Missouri. If you'd like to see athletes and coaches striving to win, doing it God's way, call me at 280-0932 or go to fca.org and put in your zip code. FCA, the heart and soul in sports.
The absolute first thing is honesty is the best policy.
Treat people how you want to be treated. People keep coming back to Allen Christian because they get a good, honest, fair deal, and the service is second to none.
We set a family atmosphere with no pressure. We treat people right, and everybody seems to like it.
We try to take care of them the way we'd want to be taken care of, and our loyal customers know that. That's why they keep coming back, and we hope to continue that for a long time.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter.
If you're looking for floral, framing, and gift ideas, check out Weber's Ben Franklin. Also, Weber's Ben Franklin has cards for all occasions.
Designs on You does single process and dimensional hair coloring and facials. They also have a full line of makeup along with manicures and pedicures. Let Designs on You make the difference in your style.
Well, coaches, last night in the game against Haytide, that right about this time in the game, Puxico was down by 9. It looked like they didn't have a chance to do anything in the game. They came back and got in the game, had a chance to win the game late. Here they are making a run at Malden. Malden was up by 18 coming into this fourth quarter. Now Puxico's cut that to 14, and they're making things happen on the defensive end and getting some rolls on the offense.
The ball's bouncing their way right now. It's got to continue that. There's 5 minutes and 50 seconds. You can make up 14 points in 5 minutes and 50 seconds, but it's difficult. You got to get every break. You got to get every break, and you got the other team has got to not shoot the ball well.
Both teams have their original starters on the floor. Puxico's in the 2-3 zone. Malden pretty much passed on the perimeter. It might have been a little shuffle, but no call. Allison pressing Hudson. He gets it up. 2-point field goal by Marvin Fields. That was a nice shot on that because he was covered. He wasn't wide open for a set shot.
Malden run 30 seconds off the clock and got a 2 points. That's
big.
That really hurts the Puxico situation because they ran time off the clock and still got a basket.
And they're making Puxico run time. McClure drives across the lane, moves in, and draws the foul. Foul's on Burton, his third. Team fifth. McClure will go to the line. It's a shooting foul. He's a very good shooter. God, I wish I hadn't said that. Every time I compliment somebody about how good a shooter they are, they miss the free throw. Yep, sometimes they miss too. He is a good shooter.
He is a good shooter, no doubt about it.
He's shown that during this whole tournament. Smith gets his hand on the ball underneath Matthews. Matthews puts it in. Malden extends back to their 18-point lead. McClure on the baseline. He's not ready to quit. Nobody out there is ready to quit. Allison with a turnaround, blocked by Perkins. Crane with the ball back. Another nice hustle by David Crane. That's his 5th point of this quarter. His 10th of the half, 11th of the game. Deficit cut to 17. Malden's content to run some clock, and Puxico is trying to trap, but Malden's beating them out of the trap. Nice little short jumper by Hudson from the side. Smith's going to take it to the line. Can't get it to roll again. There's Crane, and he does. David Crane's trying to keep him in the game. He wants to keep playing.
Crane's getting a lot of rebound baskets.
Foul underneath. Looks like it's going to be called on Hahn against Matthews. That'll be Hahn's fourth team foul. Malden ball underneath their basket. Hudson into Burton. Over to Fields. There's Crane with the interception. Then he gets it stripped. Hudson with the pickup and the lay-in. Marvin Hudson was 7 in the
Crane
quarter.
Makes a good play, gets the ball stripped, and it bounces right to Hudson under the basket.
There's a steal by Perkins. He leads it to Fields.
Wasn't much of a lead pass.
Wasn't much of a lead. Wasn't anything Fields could do with that. Again, Crane with the steal. That was actually Smith making the deflection to Crane. Puxico ball. Allison drives the lane, tries to put it up. He did about the only thing he could do is draw a foul. He's pretty much underneath.
He got all the way underneath the basket. Looked like he started to go up and under, and then he stopped and didn't have anything to do with it. Malden bailed him out with a foul.
He'll go to the line for 2. That's the second foul on Perkins, 6th Malden foul, and Allison misses the first. Makes the second. Deficit 17 with 2:46 left in the game. It looks tough for Puxico right now. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
With a former All-State basketball player and a current school board member, the law firm of Welch, Todd & Parker supports high school athletics. Our firm is involved in all areas of the law, and your first consultation is free. The firm is comprised of attorneys John Welch, Darren Todd, and Cameron Bunning Parker, along with 4 staff members ready to serve you. Welch, Todd & Parker is located at 100 West Main in Malden. Come by or call us at 573-276-2261 for any of your legal needs.
Well, Coach, it looks like Puxico is going to be they're just going to be short this game. They're down 17 with 2:46 to go.
Well, you never say never, but the thing I think needs to be said is that the Puxico people should be extremely proud of their young men this week. I haven't got to see them play, but I've called home every day and talked to people and talked about how good Puxico was playing, and seeing them here play tonight, as you indicated earlier, it looks like maybe fatigue has set in a little bit with Puxico. They're looked like until this quarter, it looked like they're pretty much a step slow. But this quarter, it seemed like they've really picked it up. They've got some loose balls, and Crane's got the loose balls under the basket, and things are sort of gone their way this quarter. Second quarter really hurt them when they couldn't score, and then early in the last part of the third quarter hurt them when they had trouble against the Malden zone press.
Puxico has acquitted themselves well this week. They come in as the 12 seed. Nobody thinks they're going to get past the first round. They have a fine victory over Dexter in the first round, turned around in the second round, and
12 seed, you're not supposed to win a game.
No.
You're supposed to lose the first round and the second round.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be playing on Friday. It was blocked by McClure. Hahn down the court to McClure. Very unselfish. Coach McClure, I know nothing came good out of it, but McClure had his back to the basket, and there was nobody guarding him, but he wasn't in position. Turned around and make that shot.
He made a nice feed. They didn't get anything out of it. Made a good feed.
Yeah, he made the smart play.
Exactly.
And you like seeing that. They're down 17 points in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left, and he's still thinking, still trying to make the right play. Crane hits another.
Crane's got a basket full here in the fourth quarter.
He's got 10, I have, in the fourth quarter, 15, and 16 in the game. Marvin Fields from the corner. It's short. Crane with the rebound. Crane underneath. He scores again. Crane just beat everybody down the court. He just beat his defender down the court. I don't think Coach Eisen liked that very much. There's timeout on the court. The score is Malden 61, Puxico 57. There's a minute 54 left in the game. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college. Why pay university prices?
When the same classes at TRCC cost a lot less.
I can use A+. I get individual attention.
I'm close to home.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Well, Coach, every time the fat lady starts to hum and gets ready to sing, Puxico makes a little run. Again, you can never say never. There's 2 minutes left. They're down 14.
Well,
They're still trying.
Puxico certainly hadn't given up, but what they've got to do is they've got to make short defensive stops. They can't allow Malden to run much clock. They got to have short defensive stops, and then they got to attack the basket and have short offensive successful possessions. You do that, you can get yourself back in the game this quick, but it's got to be a combination of those two things. You can't let any time run, and you've got either way, you've got to get stops and you've got to score.
Puxico's only committed 4 fouls this half, so they're going to have to commit another 3 fouls before they can put Malden on the line. They're pressing all over the court. Hudson gets it down to Perkins. Perkins pulls up and takes a shot, makes it. I imagine Coach Eisen just assumed they'd have run some clock.
Not after it went through.
No. Don't shoot, good shot.
That's exactly right.
Head to John Smith. He just can't get it to go. And that's kind of foul on, I believe they're going to call Nelson. He looks like he's hurt, but he's fine. Tough kid. That's a good player out there.
Tried to draw the charge, got the block called on him. Didn't hurt Puxico. Doesn't hurt Puxico because they're still not in the 1-and-1.
Travis Stewart in the game for Allison. Allison gets a well-deserved round of applause from the Puxico fans. He's had a very nice tournament. Jay Hahn's still battling. He's in the backcourt. He ties up Fields, possession arrow to Puxico, and looks like Hahn's a little shaken up. These Puxico kids are going to leave everything they had. They're going to sleep.
They're fighting it.
They're going to sleep well tonight.
They're fighting it.
I don't think Mama's going to have to rock them to sleep.
They've had a long week. Got to be quick. Got to be quick.
Underneath to John Smith.
Good play.
Good feed from Crane from the corner to Smith cutting down the lane. Smith now has 13 in the game.
Well, they're letting too much clock run.
Yep.
They got to foul and get the clock stopped.
Malden's just playing the perimeter. Probably just going to shoot layups, if they shoot layups. 40 seconds left in the game, and there's a foul on Smith. His first, 16 foul.
Let a little too much time run off the clock.
It's not a shooting foul. Hudson wanted to go to the line for the one-on-one, but he's got to wait one more time for that. Substitution in the game for Eric Williams in for Hahn. Hahn's played a very nice tournament and a nice round of applause from the Puxico, and he's well deserved.
David Crane going out, had a great game, especially the second half.
And another nice round, well-deserved round of applause from the Puxico fans are very appreciative of their players. And they're still out here playing. They're playing hard.
Great effort on Puxico's part, and they get a turnover. Get the ball out of bounds.
That's Tyler Woolard going down to force the ball out of bounds. That's Tyler Woolard. He's just a freshman. I just had to use that phrase. had to be Joe Dean once. Woolard from the corner, no good. 27 seconds left. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Woolard. Tyler Woolard bumped Cody Collins. Collins will go to the line for 1-on-1. He has 1 point in the game. .4 left in the game. Puxico's going to clear their bench. McClure coming out. John Smith. And again, Matt Allison. Well-deserved round of applause from the Puxico.
Yep. Terry, I think we got 24 seconds left, and I think that's the first 1-and-1 of the game.
I think you're right.
I think it's the first 1-and-1 of the game. Neither team was in the bonus the first half.
Collins makes them both. 16-point lead. Foul out front by Perkins. Nick Perkins commits his third. It'll send Eric Williams to the line for two. He wants to get in the box score. He wants to have a one in the box score.
Knock it down, Tyler.
Williams, a 5'9" junior. And it's good. I guess he was shooting a three-pointer and he was fouled, so it's a three-point penalty. Got 2 out of 3. Long pass down court to Collins. Fields pulls it out. Hudson to Collins. Malden's just going to pass it around. Perkins will take the last shot, and that should do it. And that's the end of the third place game, with the Malden Green Wave victorious by 16 over the Puxico Indians, 67-51. Because Malden couldn't defend their championship, but they did win third place trophy, and they had a nice tournament. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
How are you doing today?
Doing great, wonderful.
Hello, and welcome to What's Cooking in Our House.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Hometown Shorts.
Todd, welcome to the show.
Bill, thank you very much.
Year, or this game tournament, so I'm not.
Okay, we're here for the recap of the third place game at the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. The Malden Green Wave win handily, 67-51 over the Puxico Indians. Coach, do you have a scoring recap?
For the victorious Malden Green Wave, they were led with Nick Perkins with 20 points. Marvin Fields had 18. Chad Hudson had 13. D. Collier had 2. Cody Collins had 3. Andy Matthews had 6. Leonard Burton had 4. Zach Payne had 1. And for Puxico with 51 points, they were led by David Crane with 18 points. He got 17 of them in the second half. And they had John Smith with 13 points. He had 11 of them in the second half. Kerry McClure had 8. Matt Allison had 5. Travis Stewart 2. Jay Hahn had 3. And Eric Williams had 2 for a total of 51.
Coach, neither team was expected to be in this game. Malden comes in as a 7th seed. Of course, Puxico is a 12th seed. I believe Malden has served notice that just because they lost not almost all their stars, they lost all their starters from last year's district championship team, that they're, again, a good team. And Puxico showed, again, that they have a lot to be proud of, and they're going to be a good basketball team. They are a good basketball team, and they had an excellent tournament.
Well, Malden uses their quickness and plays. They play very good defense. They use their quickness real well. They've got some kids that can shoot the ball. Tonight, the Fields kid really helped them with their three-point shooting. Puxico, playing basically with 5 guys, 6 guys, have got some real scrappy, big-hearted players. They've got some kids that can shoot. They had trouble against the quickness of Malden tonight. They had trouble early against Malden's rebounding. Puxico sort of shot themselves in the foot the first half with several offensive turnovers, but all in all, it's been a great tournament for Coach Dowdy. His first time to coach in the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament, and I know that he's proud of his kids, and the city of Puxico should be proud of him also.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now go to the post-game show for cameraman Dustin Gregory. Coach Jim Hall, I'm Terry McVeigh. Thank you for tuning in to the Bloomfield Tournament.
Hi, I'm Charlie Flanagan, and I'm here with Coach Robert Eisen of the Malden Green Wave, and they just won the third place game defeating the Puxico Indians. Coach, congratulations on a hard-fought game and a great tournament.
Right, yeah. Me and Coach Sokoloff was talking about that earlier, you know, how good this tournament was, how a lot of teams were evenly matched, and, you know, all the kids in this tournament, all the teams, they gave it their best effort.
Yeah. A couple key points about the game. We were talking off camera that we kind of thought that your kids came out a little fresher in the first half, and you were up by 9 at the end of the first quarter, up by 16 at the half. Talk us a little bit through the first half.
Right. After last night, you know, to me, our kids looked tired last night, so I was afraid that they would come out flat tonight, and, you know, being 4 games in a row like that, and then 3 of them being tough ones. So I was a bit concerned about that. So we wanted to start out man-to-man, you know, full court pressure, and, you know, they seemed more energetic, you know, and then we went to a half-court trap, and I think that's what, you know, really got us over the top, got us going.
There in the second quarter, I really thought that your kids, stretched out a lead there, and then getting into the second half, another key part in the ball game. Puxico comes out and scores the first 7 points of the second half. You call timeout, your teams come back and score the next 9.
Right. Puxico come out after halftime ready to play. They gave it all they had, and they came out ready to get after us. And like I told our kids, we don't do a good job of putting teams away. When we get a lead, we tend to relax, and you relax on a good team like Puxico, and you could be in trouble.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about that is it's still early in the season. About a third of the season is gone, and you've got 2/3 of the season to work that out.
Right.
Talking about the rest of the season, what do you have coming up?
January the 4th, which is next Friday, we play Holcomb at home, and following that we go to Zenith that following Tuesday. So the kids get off a few days. We give them 3 days off, but of course we got to go back to practice on Wednesday to play Friday. So it'll be a well-deserved rest for them.
Well, good luck for the rest of the season. Thanks for coming up, and real nice tournament.
Thank you.
Coaches Interviews brought to you by Charlie Flanagan, Edward Jones Financial Advisor in Dexter, 573-624-3528.
Now I'm joined with Coach Josh Dowdy of the Puxico Indians. And Coach, as we were talking off camera, I really felt that the first half was the key to the game. Thought Malden came out with a lot more energy than your kids did. Walk us through the first half.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I've played 5 guys the majority of the week, and I don't want to step on here and make excuses for my team, because I knew we were going to step in tonight, and have some fatigue. But I challenged them early on, and to show everyone how tough they really are. And I think they came out and it showed. I think they gave everything. They gave all they could possibly give. But I think those legs just weren't there. And I'm over there trying to get the intensity going and just rooting for them and hoping. But it just wasn't there. I think I brought in some bench guys just to kind of spark us a little bit, and I'm glad that they had an opportunity to get in the game, because it's something I haven't seen all week. I didn't really give them much of an opportunity, to be honest, but gave them an opportunity. They kind of picked us up a little bit, and I think that fueled the second half surge we tried to make there. It just wasn't enough. Yeah,
and talking about the second half surge, you came out and scored first 7 points of the second half. So you must have had a real Newt Rockney type of talk at halftime.
I wish that was the case.
But then Malden comes back and scores the next 9, and you play pretty much an even ball game second half.
Yeah, we talked about the first half, there at halftime, and I think they were real disappointed themselves. They knew they didn't have a good first half. Similar to we went up to Kelly early in the year and we dropped an egg up there, and I laid an egg up there, and we tried to learn from that. But we saw the same type of situation in the first half. We just wanted to show that we could come out and play the intensity that we were looking for, that we played with all year, with the exception of those episodes there in the second half. And I think we did that early on in that second half. But Malden obviously knocked down a few shots, and altered a few shots, and really they're a better ball club tonight. And we do get to play them again. We get to go down to Malden, so hopefully we can go back down there and rebound from this loss.
Yeah, it might be a different type of ball game with fresh legs this time, because really, as I watched your team play tonight, I really thought I saw you guys make some passes that you weren't making earlier in the tournament, missing some shots that you were knocking down, and getting beat defensively where you weren't getting beat earlier in the year.
Yeah, but that's dictated by Malden. Malden, actually, I thought their pressure defense, that was exceptional, especially. They had the same situation as us. They had to play all 4 nights as well. So, we're just going to have to step up our game. I don't care if we play 5, all year long. We're going to have to learn that that's going to be our legs there in the district tournament as well. So we've got to feel that, and maybe I'm going to have to step up the conditioning even more. And but they'll respond. They want to get better. That's what's great about this group. They've had an unbelievable week. I'm so proud of them. I'm not going to dwell on this loss. It's tough after losses, and they don't like to lose. I've talked about all week. That's part of why we're so successful. There's just such competitors, and I can't teach that, but I'm just glad to be around them. And I just hope that they continue to work in practice. And I say hope. I know they will, because they want to get better. And I know this is going to be a building block, because we're going to leave this term with a lot of momentum going into the second half of the season. And I just believe that this is going to help us make that run to that district title that we achieved last year.
Well, Coach, you come in as a number 12 seed. You knock off 2 teams that are ranked higher than you. and you almost get one again tonight. And again, I can tell with your intensity, just sitting here in these interviews, where your kids get it. So great credit to you, great credit to your kids. I think you've had a terrific tournament, and folks in Puxico have a lot of things to be proud of.
I appreciate it, Charlie, and I appreciate what Channel 21's doing for us here as well.
Thank you.
Coaches Interviews brought to you by Charlie Flanagan, Edward Jones Financial Advisor in Dexter, 573-624-3528.